Modern buffalo farming and milk harvesting. Cheese making process from buffalo milk. Buffalo is an extremely useful animal when it comes to livestock. Over the centuries, people have been farming buffaloes for different benefits, and it has helped developing countries cope up with economic crises as well. Successful buffalo farming requires careful management. Buffaloes require shelter from extreme weather conditions, adequate ventilation, and comfortable resting areas. Only a healthy buffalo can produce quality milk, which leads to the production of quality cheese and other dairy products. Since millions of people across the globe prefer cheese over any other item in their daily food dishes, it is necessary to produce perfect cheese in order to boost the culinary experience. Initially, cheese making was quite a simple process, but it has evolved over time and changed to intricate processes. These cheeses not only offer unique flavors and textures, but also involve tradition and culture. The origins of cheese making can be traced back to the domestication of animals and the significance to preserve milk. Early civilizations developed old cheese-making techniques using simple equipment and natural enzymes from plants or animals. Over time, cheese making spread across Europe. Cheese making on farms represents a blend of tradition and innovation. Small-scale producers, often family-owned farms, take pride in crafting cheeses with care and attention to detail. Advances in technology, microbiology, and food science have enabled farmers to produce cheese more efficiently while maintaining quality and consistency. From automated milking systems to controlled fermentation processes, these ideas have changed the cheese-making process, allowing small-scale farmers to compete in a global market. Cheese making has helped people grab financial independence since hundreds of workers are required in farm, and a large quantity of cheese is needed to be supplied across the globe. Without adequate workforce, the process of cheese making can be extremely difficult. This employment opportunity has helped many people in developing countries. Moreover, the import-export business of cheese making is the most sustainable business that never really declines. Restaurants are always in need of cheese for their business. A number of small-scale and large-scale businesses are associated with cheese. In this modern era, most of the farms raise buffaloes for meat. However, there are still some countries that primarily focus on milk. Young buffaloes are very carefully raised, and their health is ensured in the farms. Sustainable farming methods are employed to minimize environmental impact, with an emphasis on soil conservation and biodiversity. Buffaloes are fed on their mother's milk for the first month. The fiber and vitamin content in their diet is increased. After this preliminary care, buffaloes are fed on corn plants and grass for the rest of their lives. They graze grass and fulfill their nutritious requirements. In addition to pasture grazing, supplementary feed is provided to meet the nutritional requirements of the buffalo, particularly during periods of lactation when milk production is at its peak. From grazing on highly nutritious straw to roaming around in the grass and getting a good massage, the entire process of buffalo farming requires loads of dedication. Modern machinery is used to get milk from buffalo. Around 4 to 5 liters of milk can be expected from a buffalo in a day. Milk is usually collected in the morning because of the fresh quality. After collection, milk is brought to the processing plant where cheese processing begins. A huge tank is allocated and milk is pumped into it. While pumping milk, quality standards are maintained, and if the milk isn't purified, it is immediately discarded. Let's delve into the journey from buffalo farming to cheesemaking. Milk is heated to an adequate temperature, and enzymes are added to it to begin the fermentation process. Heating is significant for the denaturation of proteins and the activation of enzymes necessary for coagulation. For proper coagulation, rennet is usually added to the milk. A gel-like mass is formed that is referred to as curd. Different types of cheese have different flavors, so a specific flavor is added according to the requirements. The curds are then carefully cut and moisture is drained. Every processing facility has numerous types of knives and cutters. Larger curds result in a softer, creamier cheese, while smaller curds produce a firmer texture. The temperature and duration of cooking vary depending on the type of cheese being made and the desired moisture content. Throughout the cooking process, the curds are gently stirred to prevent them from clumping together. This ensures that the heat is evenly distributed and that the curds reach the desired consistency. If you liked the video, give it a thumb up and subscribe to the channel. Different types of molds are used to shape cheese. The pressure applied during molding helps to compact the curds and create a uniform texture. The cheese is then left to rest in the molds until it has achieved the desired shape and density. After molding, cheese has to go through another important step, that is aging, during which flavors and textures develop and mature. This takes place in the cheese cave. Once the cheese has reached its desired level of ripeness, it is ready to be packaged and distributed to consumers. Cheese may be sold in various forms, including wheels, blocks, or wedges, depending on the preference of the producer and consumer. Before packaging, the cheese is inspected for quality and consistency to ensure that only the finest products reach the market. Once packaged, the cheese is labeled with information about its origin, variety, and production methods, providing consumers with valuable insight into the cheese-making process. Cheese making from buffalo milk is a complex process that requires skill, patience, and determination. From the careful selection of milk to the final aging of the cheese, each step plays a crucial role in creating cheeses of exceptional quality and flavor. Through centuries of tradition and innovation, cheese makers continue to produce some of the world's most beloved and iconic cheeses. From fast food to other dishes at home, without cheese, the taste is incomplete. Therefore, there is a dire need to promote buffalo farming and ensure the safe cheese processing to provide quality food at the table. From its humble beginnings thousands of years ago to the present day, cheese making has evolved into a sophisticated art form practiced by dedicated artisans around the world. By blending traditional techniques with modern advancements and prioritizing quality in their practices, cheesemakers on farms ensure a legacy of exquisite cheeses for generations to come. As consumers, we have the opportunity to support these small-scale producers to give them the fruits of their labor while contributing to a better food system.